I remember there was this young woman in her 30s who had a mass in her breast, and her mother had pushed her, get it checked out, get it checked out, get it checked out. By the time she came to see us, she had this gigantic mass in her breast that was basically coming out of the breast, and you can see the changes. And I remember when I saw her, I said to her, you know, why did you wait so long? And she said, I was afraid. So I said, well, we can still take care of you. And we did. We gave her probably very good care, the best care at that time when there weren't some of the great agents that we have now to treat breast cancer. And she survived a number of years, but unfortunately her breast cancer went to her brain. And I remember when I went to see her, and it was one of the first patients that I had to tell that we could no longer, we recommended hospice for her. Because there was no other treatments that were good and available for her that wouldn't cause more harm than good. And I remember her turning around and saying to us, so you're sending me home to die. And that was so hard, because here you are, you know, you get into the medical field because you want to provide the best care possible, and you realize that sometimes you can't provide, you know, the best, that you've given the best and it's still not good enough. So she was very touching to me. And then I guess the other patient that was also extremely touching to me was also another woman that was younger. She was older than me, but still a young woman when she was diagnosed with her breast cancer. And again, at the time when we didn't have the best chemotherapies that we have now, or the great chemotherapies that we have now, and the great biologic therapies that we have now. So we gave her the best treatment possible, and her cancer also went to her brain. And when she was diagnosed with the cancer in her brain, it was over a weekend. And I didn't realize anything had happened until Monday when I came back to work, and they told me that she was in the emergency room. And by the time we got to see her, she actually was in intensive care unit. And I remember I came up to see her, and she loved me very much. She always would come to the office bringing gifts, and I would say, don't bring gifts, you can just come and say hi. And she's like, no, 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 I want to do this. So I went up and saw her, and she opened her eyes and she said, my angel. And then she couldn't talk anymore after that. And I remember thinking, my goodness, you know, some of the care that you provide to these patients and how they think about you, and you don't realize how much they touch yourself. Take a look right here. So you don't realize sometimes how important you are to these patients. And her daughter came to me afterwards, and she said, my mom left this for you, and she gave me this pretty little thing her mom had left behind, and she said, you know, you were always my mom's angel. So I guess there's been, you know, quite a number of patients that have touched us quite a bit. There always are. There's always those patients that, you know, touch your life, and you remember them for a long, long, long time.